So first of all, there's the lack of release, that we've got all of these things really flooding our adrenals. Hence why so many people feel tired. I know people talk about adrenal fatigue as being a big issue. So if you're feeling tired, then probably that could be something to do with the fact that you've got all these emotions that are being stored up. That normally, as you say, you'd be running away from the saber-toothed tiger and you'd be working off that adrenaline, and it's just not happening. So what maybe is a quick action step that someone could do if they are feeling like they are fatigued, and maybe it is adrenal fatigue? What maybe are some things or activities they could be doing right now, Lisa, that'll just help them to release that?
Yeah. Well, we know, like, I also talk about this adrenal stuff. It's like we're holding shopping bags. Imagine we're holding shopping bags. And geez, if we're lucky to get a lot of shopping bags, we're doing well at the moment. But we're holding shopping bags and our body's getting fatigue. As soon as we put that down, there's a release, there's a let go. It's that feeling that you get into that warm bath. So really what we need to do is we need to acknowledge what we're actually feeling. Validate our feelings is the best start in it, and have that acknowledgement with ourselves of, I'm feeling a rise of stress, I'm feeling a rise of panic, uncertainty. What can we do in that moment to ground ourselves? What can we do in that moment to stop, to take a peaceful pause and just drop ourselves back down to our 3-year-old brain, our 2-year-old brain that goes, wow, look at this pencil. That is fascinating. Feeling it, noticing it, exploring it with our eyes. What's the texture like? In that moment, if we use all of our senses, our 5 senses, to ground ourselves and pick up that amazing rock that I'm looking at that I've never seen, a child doesn't get very stressed when they're observing the world and they're being curious about the world. So if you do that through exercise, beautiful, be in that moment. Don't be running away from the saber-toothed tiger while you're exercising. When you're walking, notice the fresh air coming across your skin. Feel the hair follicles actually getting a beautiful massage. Feel that beautiful winter sun baking down on our skin. Have a listen to what we can hear in the world. The sounds of nature are beautiful soothers. Looking across at the sea and we can see the glittering of the water. Feeling our sense of our body relaxing and unwinding our curls. Suddenly our spring gets desprung and suddenly we ground back down. Because all our body wants is safety. And the big question we need to ask ourselves, am I actually in immediate threat right now? Right now, you and I are in a safe space. Right now, I'm in the sounds of my home. I'm assuming that's where you are. I could be down at the beach. You know, right now, am I an immediate threat? No. Okay, so we need to practice that outward breath, which sends a message to our sympathetic nervous system, which is sympathizing. It's reacting and responding. We need to do that long outward breath that goes, ah. And when we do that, we bring in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest. When we rest and digest, we feel safe, we feel trusted again. That's why having nourishing and nurturing foods right now feeds our soul and feeds our nervous system. So our ability to reset throughout the day is what we need. So whatever that is for you, but I will be exploring it with our 5 senses and have little check-in points. I mean, there's so many little apps. We can use technology to keep us accountable every 40 minutes. Stand up, sit down, feel your breath, feel your posture. We're all working from home. Ergonomics is an interesting thing at home when you've never thought of it. And when it hasn't been your discipline, as in I've got 20 years of remedial massage and teaching yoga to fall back on to understand that awareness. But most of us don't have that physical knowledge or that emotional knowledge. You've got your expertise in marketing and business. You know, we need to draw upon and listen to others, which is where that connection is wonderful, to get expert knowledge to manage our moment.
Manage the moment. I love that. Now, I don't know about anybody else who's watching this video, but I'm already feeling calmer just listening to Lisa speak, which is so nice. So please, in the thread, in the box below where the comments are, or if you're watching this on your phone, you can put a comment in there. Let us know how you're feeling. You know, are you feeling a little bit overwhelmed? Are you feeling a bit stressed at the moment? And maybe give us some other tips. What are you doing at the moment to ground yourself, to live in the moment? And what a great tip that Lisa shared with us there. You know, just ask yourself that question, am I in immediate danger right where I am? Is there the saber-toothed tiger, or is it something that I'm just building up myself because of what I'm watching on the news or I'm reading in the paper or I'm hearing all the time? Take that big deep breath and just assess where you're at. Great tips, Lisa. Very, very handy for people, especially if you are getting frustrated with technology. I know there's a few people quite ready to throw their computers out the windows at this stage. I know we had some fun even getting on live today, you know, so just all of those fabulous grounding tips that Lisa has given us, you know, but most importantly, those the big outtake for me was, you know, be in the moment. And really let yourself be grounded, and just ask yourself that question when you're feeling really stressed and really anxious: am I in actual danger here? Or just look around me and see where I am and what's going on, and ground yourself, which is very, very cool. Now,
and one thing on that too is, as I was saying, this is why I love talking about this little 3-year-old child. What we're actually doing is we're talking to your nervous system. We're talking to your blueprint. The more you reinforce neurological pathways, the more you are what you think and feel. So the issue with being bombarded with media and all these sort of messages and information is that unless it's nurturing and nourishing to your soul and your nervous system, and consequently your immune system, perhaps you're doing yourself a disservice. Sometimes I say to people, and when I used to teach yoga in the mental health hospital, I said, I'm sure you have spoken, thought, feel everything through this point. You've done group therapy, individual therapy. Let's have a chance just to engage with this. Let's have a chance to reset this. Come back into your body, retrain your body to think differently with stress. Stress is a beautiful thing, actually. It gives us awareness of what's going on. We need to remaster it and not make it a bully, not make it the saber-toothed tiger, make it in this moment, I'm perfectly equipped to actually manage things. And we know from health psychology research, people that have a more positive approach to stress, actually stress doesn't cause them ill health. Stress is actually a tool. We are equipped to actually survive this space. We are equipped. The body is amazing. It's an amazing vessel, but it is how we tap in that mind and that body.
Brilliant. So in reality, Lisa, we might find that people come out of this particularly stressful situation actually being able to handle stress a lot better if they're mindful of it.
There's absolutely no choice on it. And look, I'm not talking about the people that will have a really hard time and lose loved ones and things like that. I'm not trying to be desensitive to that, because that is an absolute truth and we need to validate that. But absolutely, people are stripping back and coming back to bare bones living. And that is what I'm hearing all around. Some of my clients that were once really anxious, bedridden people are actually going, I feel so calm right now. The simplicity of life. It's a complexity of life that sometimes makes people very ill. Stripping that back is actually really grounding for us.
Yeah, to what really matters. That's so cool.